Okay, let's try this again. Alright, so. Okay, better. Let's just. Okay, doing this for the discipline. Doing this for the discipline. Alright, let's get started. I'm gonna take a break from Conquest to get started on Evil Mark because I need someone. And I need somebody on this. Somebody new on this. Instead of. Instead of Anissa, I shall be drawing Mark. Maybe Anissa will come later. Right now, I need to get started on this. It's gonna be a very small head sketch. I'm gonna be on here for half an hour, and then I'm gonna dip out. So, what am I gonna talk about today? Not sure. I think I could talk about the. Might no, I don't think I can. I'm well equipped to talk about the mental illness epidemic. Hmm. I'm just afraid. Okay, so I've recently got started on writing my scripts for my OG comic book. Uh, I'm thinking of just getting it done. I don't know. It's the script. I mean, I'm not. I'm not sure what the art's gonna look like. I have a specific vision for the art. I wanted it to be kind of like Daniel Warren Johnson esque. I wanted it to be Castlevania meets Do a Power Bomb meets Nacho Libre with a whole lot of Catholicism in between. Now, well, not sure. I feel like my style is kind of going through a very big change. I'm not sure or what it's going to lead me to. Hmm. Hmm. I feel like I want to go back to the Art Students League. I feel like I don't know. I'm not sure what this male loneliness epidemic is, but I have been I feel like I've been heavily affected by this, and I don't want to. I don't want to like combat it. Like men combat this through like in many manners. They either combat it through becoming a school shooter. They have to combat it through becoming a misogynistic podcaster, or they combat it through working out at the gym in the hopes that'll get them noticed by women. And hey, the gym thing works, kind of. the gym thing has varying. The results may vary for gym, but one thing that I've heard is that what you do is if you're good at something or you like to do something, you go to a place with the same people who also like doing that thing. So maybe I can like go to the art students league, or I don't know, maybe try improv. Then yeah, I only think, oh, don't comedians go to improv? I have no intentions of actually like being a comedian. I mean, I'm I'm funny, but I'm not like ha ha out sell out like the sell out the sell out Carnegie Hall. I'm not that funny. I'm ha ha oh Jacob funny. Like I'm like I'm kind of like I'm kind of like the I don't know. I'm funny in the way like a side character in like a rom com is kind of funny. I'm funny in like I don't know, kind of like funny in a manner where like it's like I'm fun to have around when you're with your friends and you're drinking. I'm not that funny. But then again, who knows? Maybe that's my negative self talk, and I should try it. I also would like to go back to the league. I know what my dad's gonna say. I'm not doing it just for the just for validation and like you know lack of confidence. I'm going because quite frankly, like I need a life outside of work, and I feel like that place is the one place where I'm. It's like right. It's like the one place where I'm like it's the one place where how do I explain this? It's the one place where I feel that I get on well with people. I could be wrong. I do have a tendency to be a bit too much when it comes to these social things, and fair enough. But I consistently kind of make friends when it comes to these things, and who knows? Maybe some of these people might be professionals, or who some of these people might be. I don't know, like professionals in the industry, or I don't know, fuckable, and they might find me fuckable, and then bada bing, bada boom, I'm in a relationship. Or, I don't know, hopefully a relationship. I don't want to be in a situationship. That's not. It's like, I don't know, I hate this. It's like they have like these new names for like, for the dating scene. Like, it's like, oh, it's a situationship. Oh, she's ghosting. Oh, it's like, oh, it's a fadeaway. Where, she doesn't exactly like you, but she still doesn't have the balls to essentially like just call balls just call to call it. So she's just she systematically texts you less and less and moves on. It's like, dude, please, just no. God, no. Like, no. And I understand that finding like love, quote unquote, is hard. And yeah, fair enough. It's not supposed to be easy. Nothing worth finding, nothing worth having is easy. But Jesus Christ, are we gonna make it? Do we have to make it hard to the point where it's just obnoxious? Like, am I like crazy here? Like, where did this lingo come? Where did this shit come from? Exactly. I'd like to know. It's like who then again, I don't know. I've also would like to get back into basically listening to audiobooks. There's this guy, Robert Glover, and I feel like when it comes to this stuff like this, dude has it down pat. Dude has it down to a T. Give me a second. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'd also like to like he also has like there's this book called No More Mr. Nice Guy, and I've kind of been obsessed with it throughout my college years. I never really read it, but I have like listened to so many podcasts about it, and I don't know. I feel like lots of dudes, including myself, have a problem with like essentially just needing validation and like needing approval from people, not just women, just people in general, especially when it came to my art. Like I think one problem that I have is that I have like zero confidence when it comes to this stuff. Like when it comes to anything, I have no confidence when it comes to socialization. I have no confidence when it comes to art. I'm constantly like I need approval. I need approval. I need this. I need that. I'm very scared. I'm very scared of failure. I'm very scared of like messing up. And I feel like that's something that I'm just gonna have to get over. And that's something that I'm just gonna have to do, no matter what the circumstances for me were. And I feel like my circumstances for achieving confidence, like the odds were not in my favor. I mean, if you know me, like the odds are not in my favor. It's not because I look ugly. It's not because I've been. Well, it's not because I have any. I'm short or any or any like any like or any like say any external circumstance. I do have some dandruff on my like hair and nose, but I got a prescription for that. Thanks, Dr. Fernandez. I'm talking about more internally. I was picked on a lot as a kid. Couldn't understand social cues. You know, got bullied a lot as a kid. Didn't exactly like that. That's not exactly and not to mention, I think the way school brought me up was also very detrimental. Like, no offense to my teachers, I know they were just doing their jobs. I know they're just great people. I mean, education system is a very vital one for society, but I feel like my constant need for approval stemmed from that, and that isn't exactly good because throughout my life, I've essentially to know what I'm doing right. Or to know if I'm on the right track, I would essentially use the approval of the people around me. And that would lead to me seeking the approval of professionals, of teachers, parents, you know? I mean, I still don't like the fact of, like, the facet of disappointing my family. And then again, who doesn't? You know? And I feel like if I don't have that, then it's obviously going to essentially lead towards me having bad relationships where I don't have any boundaries, where I'm constantly seeking the approval of, say, women through often very unhealthy ways, people pleasing, sex, stuff like that. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe getting out there and I don't think lives are brown, dude. Okay, seeking the approval of people isn't exactly going to be good for me because, well, essentially they're not me. Only I can live my life. And also, now that I think about it, I like it's if I'm gonna, yeah, no. This might not be inappropriate to say, but hey, no one's watching anyway. If I'm gonna bang, 40-year-old cougars, how am I supposed to, come off as confident? If I can't be confident, then how am I gotta, how am I gonna get some numbers? How am I gonna get some digits? The one thing that I'm not a fan of Trump. I'm not a Republican by any means or means. I'm also not a communist, but I'm definitely not a Republican. But the one thing I I don't want to say admire, more envy is essentially just I envy Trump because of his like confidence. I want his confidence so bad. Just his ability to basically just bullshit and lie to people, overpromise and not care about like the consequences that might come his way. But then again, he's like rich. It's like if he overpromises, well, it's like he's gonna be fine. Like his dad or his wealth is always gonna basically come and basically bail him out whenever he gambles and loses. I don't get that luxury. But at the same time, it's like, god damn. What's it like living in that? What's it like being that confident, bro? Dude, I don't know. I do questionable things for confidence. God. If I had to choose between banging Sydney Sweeney and some confidence, I'd choose the confidence. Because in the end, it's like, what? I banged Sydney Sweeney once, and that's like it, but I'm still a nervous wreck. Like, sex, building confidence through sex isn't exactly like a, even, isn't gonna be, it's like a patch. It's like a band-aid and like a, it's like a giving a band-aid to like a deep gash wound. No, it's like I'm gonna need more than that, than like just 5 minutes of to actually feel okay about myself. But it's that's just me. I took a dick for some confidence, bro. Oh God, no. Oh no. Oh no, God. I just scrolled past some gay art. I didn't know that was in Pinterest. That was on Pinterest. I just put in young male. I don't know what the fuck happened. Got some weirdos on the internet. Gay porn on Pinterest. Yeah, I literally typed it. Young male, word for word, bro. How the? You know what? Never mind. Word for word, bar for bar. I'm not looking for twinks. I am looking for facial reference so I can paint Mark and make him look cool and semi-realistic because I like to flex like that. I don't know. Maybe I need to be delusional in some cases. Like, why not? Fuck it. Be like those astrology chicks. It's like, and then just be like, I'm manifesting a 6-figure, 6 foot, but, but, 6 foot man that'll that'll fund my way through life. But that'll be it. I'm gonna manifest an art career and self acceptance and confidence and a busty chick who's curvy on the top and the bottom, you know, who's got some heavy jugs and a fat wagon. I'm manifesting that for myself. I'm consulting the stars. This is Sage. She's a white woman with dreads, and she also runs a pyramid scheme and is in a polyamorous relationship. You can tell because he's white, is a 3, has dreads, and talks about how energy's all the time. And we're gonna manifest shit for ourselves. Like stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe I just need to go on a cruise. That'll be it. I just go on a cruise by myself. Find a divorcee. A 40-year-old divorcee. And then just have myself a romance. I'm a young 20-year-old man. She's a recently divorced 40-year-old woman with 2 kids that she has staying over at her, like, at her, I don't know, aunt's place, at her, like, grandma, like, at her mom's place or her brother's place. And she needs a break from the kids, and it's been hard for her to get, like, any men her age because all the men her age want girls in their 20s. We're both demographics that are like unwanted in the dating market, quote unquote. And we kind of like we decide screw it, and then that'll be our time. That'll be our romance. It was thinking about it makes me cry. No, but no. In seriousness, I really do need confidence, and I wonder how was that how like Ryan did it? Like Ryan Gutierrez. Is that how he did it? Through confidence? How is he not scared? How is he not like, you know? Because that's me. I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of over promising and under delivering because I've done that before and it was humiliating. It's embarrassing. Like Jesus. Like Christ. Like in art college, I've done some pretty bad projects. Silence. They don't even respond to it. It's just bad. You know it's bad because like they can't even say shit. They just look at it. It's there, and no one wants to talk about it. It was embarrassing. Golly, Jesus. That was that bad. I made some bad pieces. And I'm not talking bad in a good way, like, oh, she bad. Like, this is just objectively horrible. And I wish I could show you them, but I don't know. Like, 19-year-old me, 18-year-old me, basically threw them out a while ago. No, it's 12:05. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really say Damn, I feel like I made Mark a bit too handsome, right? But again, he is a Viltrumite. Maybe I should, like, shave down his jawline a bit. Because that is not what he looks like. Then again, I don't know, maybe he should be handsome. And why not? Mark pulled Amber, he pulled Eve. Might as well. Also, one thing about Invincible that I never really got, like, I feel like the, I feel like the Viltrumites are low key kind of dumb. It's like, well, like, hear me out. Like, for one, you're the you're the, like, you're essentially just like an empire. You're an alien empire, similar to the Viltrumites. Your goal is to essentially become a planet-conquering force. You want to take over galaxies. You want to make a great empire, and you will, and you are willing to do it. Come hell or high water, by invasion. You are willing to basically invade planets to do so. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna be basically a military force hell bent on domination, why would the first thing you would ever do is a purge? Like, if you're essentially going to be at war with galaxies, basically the universe, why would you immediately, like, cut down your numbers it's like I know they were not exactly strong. Like you want the strongest, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. Maybe strength in every individual Viltrumite doesn't exactly matter. Maybe it's strategy and having a big and like an immediate big strategic advantage is strength by numbers. It's like just it's kind of like that meme where essentially, you know, it's like Mr. Krabs is facing off against Plankton, and essentially Plankton's like, "I'm gonna take you down, Krabs," and then Mr. Krabs are like, is like, "You and what army, Plankton?" And essentially it's like, "Army, army, look around you, Krabs," and then like and like Krabs is like, "What? You brought grass with you?" And they all start laughing, and they immediately ransack Mr. Krabs. That's basically it. Like, why would you? Why would you? It's like, first off, it's like the scene where Omni Man or Nolan, this guy right here, basically just defeats the entire Guardians of the Globe. It's like, yeah, it was kind of badass. You took him down single handedly, but it's like, one, you almost died doing it. They fucked you up pretty bad. Ed. Like in the OG comic, like it was done in like one fell swoop. It was pretty easy for it was insanely easy for Nolan. But in the show, like they gave you like a pretty tough time. Like you barely survived. Wouldn't that like wouldn't you just like I don't know like wouldn't it be better if you just you came down here with a couple of other Viltrumites and like they weren't necessarily as strong as you, but hey, they were there. And when the time came, you jump them, and that's it. I mean, I don't like. Come on. Not to mention, it's like Viltrumite biology like, it works like this. Like the older you get, the slower you age, and like I feel like what Viltrumites do they get stronger as they age? I feel like let me search this up. Do Viltrumites get stronger with age? Yeah, exactly. Reactive adaptation. A Viltrumite's power will naturally go stronger with age. And like what? Viltrumites live for thousands of years. So basically just get any regular Viltrumite and just, get them on Earth. Get them, it's like get the humans to believe that you're part of the World Betterment Committee, and then when the time is right, you jump them. That's it. You like what's the need for like this purging? That's like stupid. Also, okay, a Viltrumite isn't exactly an elite when it comes to fighting, but like, who says he or she needs to be? She could also be a scientist, an engineer, a tactician. Not to mention, she's a Viltrum. He or she's a Viltrumite. She's she's already like it doesn't matter what her fighting skills are like. She's already advantaged by default. He or she's already advantaged by default. Like if I were a Viltrumite and my skills were kind of fighting skills were kind of mid, it's like being a yellow belt in a room full of infants. It's like I can take down these humans easily. Yeah, like I can't exactly punch as good as Thrag or Conquest or Anissa or General Krieg, but they're still humans. They're still short lived and weak. I could blitz them, and they'd be just meat. And I wouldn't feel a second. I wouldn't feel anything about it. It's like, come on. And at this point, it's like this is the dumbest thing like ever. Not to mention, it's like with the purge, not only have they kind of like have their population, but when like when the Scrooge virus came, it just decimated them near extinction. And even then, they still have this. I can't believe you breeded with another species. It's like at this point, you might as well. You might as well, dude. Look at your numbers. 50 pure-blooded Viltrumites left. Unless you're like, if you're looking to start like, I don't know, like a poly relationship, like, unless you're like, willing to like, like do a pure-blooded Viltrumite orgy where like, every pure-blooded Viltrumite is paired off with another pure-blooded Viltrumite, and they have to go at it, and they can't stop until the female gets pregnant. And I don't really see why you're complaining. And even then, I heard that like pure-blooded Viltrumites, don't do that because of like inbreeding. So at this point, beggars can't be choosers, bro. Why you you're essentially cutting off your nose to spite your face. I mean, I don't know. It just feels like Viltrumites are cool. They are cool, but at the same time, it's kind of like Broly. Like the more, like the original Dragon Ball Z Broly. The more you learn about him, the dumber he becomes. It's like, it's like, oh my god, they're so cool, but their history is so dumb. And no disrespect to Robert Kirkman, he is like he is one of the greatest creators of our time. And I will always like love Invincible, and I will always love the work that he does, and I will always admire what he's done with Skybound and how he's elevated comics as a medium. But come on, like when you look at the history of Viltrumites and start pulling them apart, you start to see the many flaws. The cracks start to show. But anyway, that's just me. How would you like to get dominated by Nissa? Oh god. Oh no. Okay. And I don't know. I understand that essentially he's kind of like Robert was probably like working on like he was like getting this stuff done fast. He was like he kind of like knew that basically if you essentially worked slowly, momentum would die down, and it'd be harder to basically like turn Invincible into like a very successful comic. Like it'd be hard to keep the lights on or keep him afloat as a character, which is sad, but it's true. This is the reality of working in the American industry. This is why I envy the Franco-Belgian industry. Like bande dessinée BD Franco-Belgique. I love that stuff. I really want to get into Asterix. See, I don't know. I don't like him. I don't like this Invincible. He looks bug-eyed. I think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to render him and then fix him. I'm gonna basically make the eyes smaller. I'm gonna have to shave that jawline down. I'm gonna have to do a lot of things. Here, because this is it. This ain't it. This ain't it. Who knows? I might even have to delete the entire sketch. Starting new. How would you like to be dominated by our glorious Viltrumite queeness? Yeah, I know. I'm. That's look, and to those who are gonna say yes, I know she's a rapist. I know she's a terrible person. I know. It's just me being a joke, me being a shock jock. Ah, man, I don't know. I'm gonna. Use the bathroom. It's okay to cry. All that crossed my path were meant to die. Although I will say this. One thing I do hope that the Invincible TV show does us do. I want to see Conquest versus Battle Beast. I want to see that so bad. Please. Please, Amazon. Please. Come on, please. I want to see that. I need that. I desire that. If I could pick, if I had to pick between sex and an episode dedicated to Battle Beast fighting Conquest, I choose Battle Beast fighting Conquest. Two smoke demons just killing each other. That'd be amazing. At this point, they wouldn't even kill each other. They essentially, it's like they would become low-key kind of friends because they understand what it's like just fiending for fades. Oh my god, that'd be so badass. Just fiending for fades. They just want to fight so bad. And you know one thing I haven't exactly figured out yet? It's like, for example, Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse came out and people were coming out the woodworks, posting up their Spider-Sonas. Invincible's here, and it's like, Viltrumites are cool. No one draws themselves as a Viltrumite. Isn't that strange? That could be a cool thing. You can get your friends, get them in a live stream, draw yourselves as Viltrumites. You could have some fun with it. You know, draw yourselves jumping invincible. Like, fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! You know, like, fight back, N-word. Fight back! Fight back! It's just a planet. I don't know, something like that. Oh boy. It's about that time. Wait, hold on. Before I do that, it wouldn't be Invincible without some blood. So I'm just gonna. Ekstrom, you're dead. Might need to look at Ryan Otley's sketches before I go to bed again, because he is the GOAT. Then again, he is also nothing compared to my glorious king, Cory Walker. A lot of people hate on Cory Walker, and they're tasteless bitches, because Cory Walker is an amazing comic book artist. Out of all the arcs that I love, Ryan Otley's, of course, amazing, but I look at Cory Walker's art in Invincible, and I am pleasantly surprised, actually. I love his work. I think it's well done. I love the simplicity. I love the design. I love how it's like my favorite arc is, I think, post Invincible War, because it's like Cory Walker. You see his work, really just shine in you see his work really just shine in the post Invincible War arc. I'll show you right now. Hopefully this doesn't get me copyright striked. I'm just gonna window capture away from Bug-Eyed Mark onto Chrome. Can you see it? No. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There's the sugar. Look at this. How can you look at this and say that Cory Walker is a shit artist? At this point, you're just being a tasteless asshole right now. Look at this, dude. The colors, the expression. It's it's so well done. It's so dynamic. It's well designed. The expressions, they might be a bit more simplistic. They're not exactly as rendered as Ryan Otley's, but it basically does the job. And it's I admire the line quality, the line economy of it, and how it still manages. It has very limited line economy, and yet it still manages to have there's you can tell that this is Oliver. You can tell that he's younger. You can tell that he's a bit more inexperienced, and you can tell this is it's just, this is so good. This is so great. And I obsess. I'm not gonna lie, I just obsess over Cory Walker's art sometimes. Even then, in Christ, look at this. I have an Invincible. I have 3 Invincible trade paper. Actually, no, I think 4. No. It's actually no. Yeah, it's 4. I have Invincible War. No, I have Viltrumite War right next to me. But I do have the 4th one, which is called Family Matters. Hold on, let me check. It could be Full House or Family Matters. Let me check. No, it's Full House. And Ryan Otley did an amazing job with Invincible War, but for the life of me, I look at Full House more than Invincible War at this point. I'm serious. Like this is something that I'm obsessed with, and the fact that Corey Walker undervalued, accidentally turned on my air purifier. The fact that Corey Walker, for the longest time, undervalued himself as an artist, simply because people on the internet, strangers, basically dumped on it because they were tasteless assholes, is something that I can never get over. Because it's like, dude, you're obviously fucking awesome. You're obviously amazing. Look at this. I mean, look. It's so good. Like, look at Thrag's face here. He is so intimidating. Also, like, I very much admire, like, his obvious, like, influences. Like, he wears them on his sleeves. Like, you can tell he's, like, influenced by Katsuhiro Otomo. That might be a bit too. Like, he is, like, not to mention the design. Like, it's just everything. Like, if most of this, like, if Invincible was mostly this, I'd buy it. I mean, Ryan Otley's great, but, like, Jesus Christ, this is something that I can't get enough of. I hope Corey Walker makes more stuff, more comics. I'm serious, because this is something that I can't, like, this is crack to me, visual crack, and it's just like I can't. The fact that people don't appreciate this, it's just, I hate this guy. No, I hate this. I hate that they don't, like, you know. I hate the fact that they've never, like, looked at this and went, like, wow, this is fucking amazing. Like, even then, it's like, he obviously did this mostly digitally, but it's like the posing, the foreground, the background, the coloring. Not to mention, it's like, hey, Corey Walker, like, uses line economy to basically sell atmospheric perspective, and that's something that, like, it makes, like, that essentially, like, the lack of detail, being selective with that makes this more alive. And I feel like if I'm gonna go make more comics, which I will, I'm going to heavily use this as an influence, because why not? Like, this is amazing. Yeah. Enough of me glazing Corey Walker, but yeah, no, I think Corey Walker, this beautiful angel, should make more work. Like, obviously, the fact that he doesn't is an insult. The fact that he, like, constantly talks about how bad he is on his old blog, is like, dude, no, shut the fuck up. You're obviously amazing. I don't know. It's like, I don't know who got you believing that you're terrible, but you're obviously not terrible. And don't listen to them. Don't listen to, like, people who critique. They like, you've accomplished more than them. Like, you work in the industry. You're an accomplished artist. You're a character designer on one of the most popular animated TV shows ever. They're always going to be a PFP. They're always going to be on the internet commenting, like they're fucking losers. You're Corey Walker. They're nobody. But you know, I don't know. That's just me. Glazing Corey Walker. Honestly, he's kind of like he's like, I think he's my LeBron. Like a lot of dudes on the internet make make LeBron glazing videos as a joke, but me, I'm going to unironically, like, you know, hype this guy up every chance I get. Like, no, you know what? I'm gonna show you one more thing. I'm gonna show you one more thing. I want to like this. No. Okay, look at this. Look at this. You look at this and you still think that Corey Walker's a bad artist? Are you kidding me? Are you high? Look at this. I mean, look. This is beautiful. Amazing. I wish I could draw like that. Godlike. I could look at his sketch blog all day. Christ. I mean, I don't know. I hope that, like, I don't know. I really hope they make Science Dog. Like, I know he doesn't, like, draw comics that much anymore, which is a damn tragedy, but, like, if they're gonna make Science Dog, I'll buy it. Because it's the only, like, it's, I'd rather get some of Corey than none of Corey at this point. You know? Alright, I'm gonna finish Mark's hair. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because I have to go to work tomorrow and it is 12:44. Extra! Yeah! I mean, I'm sorry. What happened there? Dude went from absolutely, like, you know, this intimidating, this very intimidating presence, very scary, very sadistic, very evil, to Angstrom. That's sad. It's like, poor Angstrom. You thought you could hide from me? Man, can't believe this. You're so pathetic. Making me feel bad, man. But hey, I'll do you a solid. I'll kill the boy quickly. Like, that was cool. That was villainous. If I were a supervillain with the powers of Superman, but most of them, like, I wouldn't have, like, freeze breath or, you know, X-ray vision or heat vision, because Viltrumite. That's how I'd be. It's like, oh, poor Angstrom. You thought you could hide from me? Come on, dude. Ah, man. Making me feel bad, man. You're just not even pathetic. You're just nothing. But hey, I'll do you a solid. I'll kill the boy. I'll kill the boy, so what? I'll kill the boy, so you won't have to see what I'm gonna do to you. No! Crush his head like a grape. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm definitely gonna have to fix this Invincible. Yeah, I'll do it in the morning. I'm out. Peace. Oh, he even looks worse on the stream. I'm gonna have. No, you know what?